Hello and welcome to another project update. So today I'm going to cover 2 days worth of work. I did work on the project yesterday, but I didn't have time to upload a video because I was due to scheduling, scheduling issues. Well, not scheduling issues, just kind of just a fancy way of saying that. So they came up and I had to stop. Anyways, so I actually kind of, to be honest, I kind of forgot what I did yesterday, but I did know that I worked a lot on, um, I made a lot of edits to the, um, the scripts for the different enemies to kind of try to make the logic behind like the state machines, uh, the same. So, it's like I'm not switching between scripts and then being confused why things are different. It's not really worth talking about, but it is something that's the main point of doing those changes was to make the code, I guess, easier for me as a person reading and editing it to, well, read and edit it. All right. So besides that, I did make some changes to um. Oh, what did I change? Well, I created this. No, not this. This is pretty old. This I created this. It's not done yet. I created this bush. It's basically just a little poly sphere, but it's designed to look similar to this enemy here. And the whole point will be that this enemy will be kind of blending in with instances of this bush in various scenes. I haven't distributed the bush into any of the levels, but yeah, that's one thing that I did yesterday and a bit today. It's one of those things where it kind of stopped working on it and then continued today. So another thing I did today is I worked on the loot system for, well, just in general. If you break, um, you defeat an enemy, you break a bush. It's a separate system from like a chest. It's like loot tables, if you kind of know what that means. So it's like you defeat an enemy, and then that enemy has like an ID, and then I'll just show you. I'll just show you. Oh, uh, where's the scene? Here it is. Okay, here it is. So I have a main loot system which doesn't script which doesn't have any exported variables, but what you do have is it has a function that uses what I call a loot key. It uses the loot key is basically just the name of the child variable, the child nodes that are underneath it. Like, and these are designed to correspond to different enemies. For the time being, I'll probably add things like bushes, like you break a bush and then it drops loot, like I don't know, money, or I don't know, nuts for like ammunition for something. And then so you you defeat an enemy. It calls the spawn loot function. Spawn loot um, uses the loot key assigned to the enemy to pick the correct enemy, and then it chooses um, a random loot item to drop. Each loot item has a packed scene, which is basically the Godot engine's form of like instancing objects. And in this case, I made it so that all of them only drop currency. I actually don't know what to call the currency in this game yet. I have yet to figure out. I had a few names floating around in my head at one point, but I forgot them all. That's I could have sworn I worked on something else, but yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, I made this texture. I basically just grabbed the leaves texture from before, made it grayscale and darkened it. And the idea is that if you set this bush on fire, it'll like show up as burnt, and it'll have like this particle effect. Where is it? Here. And now that I look at it, it doesn't look very good, to be honest. I do think I can make it look better. And then you break the bush, and it makes this particle effect. Pretty much all of that is reused from the shrub. And I do think that I need to rewrite a lot of this because this is very terrible way of doing things. Anyways, that's pretty much it for today. Hope that was at least a little bit interesting to watch. But anyways, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.